Good morning, Sunday. It's a beautiful day outside. You know, there's something about every season. You got all your different colors. For summer, you have your greens and your yellows, blues, pinks, reds, so many multicolored plants. It's really beautiful. You look and see color everywhere. So spring's the same way. You have your garden plants. They start blooming, and you have your red tomatoes, your beets, your, I don't know, strawberries. There's so many colors and so many things. Fall, you have your multicolored leaves. Oh man, aren't they so beautiful though? Your reds, your browns, orange, you know, yellows. Even when they fall off the trees, they color the ground. Winter, it's kind of dull. You have your brown, your bare, the trees are bare, there's no leaves. Unless it's your, yeah, pine trees, fir trees, whatever. But when it snows, oh man, the white is so beautiful. Until it starts to melt or you walk through it, and it's a dull, mushy brown. But it's still pretty. There's just so many things. The stars, they change. Sometimes they twinkle brighter, sometimes they twinkle less. You got the moon. It could be crescent, it could be full, there could be no moon, it could be half moon, it could be brighter, it could be duller, it could be no moon. There's subtle differences sometimes, and you may not notice unless you look close. But there's something always different. Nothing is ever the same. Even people, we're different from day to day. Someday we may be smiling, someday we may be frowning, someday we may be crying. You know, it's just the way it is. So, even though people say same old, oh, how's your day going? Same old, same old. No, it's not. There's always something different. Yeah, you have to go to work, same place. That's the same. But when you get there, there's always something different. You have something different to do. An order's different. People are different. It's just, I don't know. That's just life. That's what it's meant to be. But there's one thing that will never change, and that's God's love for us. Father loves us all. Not just one or two, not just the good ones, but the bad ones too. He loves everybody. That's just the way Father is. He is love. And He's inside. He's what you feel. He's you. You are Him. You're Jesus. You may not be Jesus, but He's in you. So you carry Him in your heart. When you believe, He's there. And sometimes I wonder how they love us like we do. He hung on that cross for us, for me. Can you imagine? Everybody I know has been up against a thorn every now and then. I ran through a thorn patch one time. Oh boy, that hurt. So I can imagine how that thorn crown on his head. Oh God, and the blood trickling down. He hung on that cross. He was beaten. He was whipped. His flesh was sliced. He had nails driven through his hands and his feet. I don't understand why he did it. I mean, I do. He did it for us. He did it for me. But he hung there on that cross. He could have come down. He could have gotten down at any time. But he loved us so much that he gave his life. He gave his pain. He gave his agony. He bled. He gave us his blood. And there is power. Power in that blood. You can say they ain't all you want to, but I know different. I know I've been there firsthand. I have seen and felt and been one of the miracles that was created from that love. Father's pretty lenient. We do a lot of things wrong. But yeah, if you ask for forgiveness, he will forgive. Yeah, there'll be punishment. But even your daddy on earth, if you did wrong, you got punished. If he said no, and you did it anyway, you got punished. So your Father in heaven, could he do any less? Yeah, his punishments are harsh. But his rewards are amazing. I mean, they're so amazing. See, love is awesome. It's patient. It's kind. It's Father. How can he be so patient? I would be like, oh, come on, people, what's wrong with you? He's like, okay, another chance. Okay, one more chance. He'll give you chances and chances and chances until time's up. There is no more chances. But he's love. He's with me everywhere I go. I talk to him all the time. When I get up in the morning, when I get in the car to go to work, at work, when I'm cooking supper. He's in my heart. He listens to my ramblings. I can ask him what to do. He will answer. May not be when I want to answer. May not be the answer I want. But eventually, he will let me know. And yeah, I'm sure he goes quite a bit. But he's there. He sticks with me. And my faith, honey, my faith ain't no mustard seed size. My faith's the whole mustard tree. You can believe if you want to, and if you don't, that's you. God gives us free will. And that's how you tell what's God and what's man. Man tries to force you to do stuff. They make you do stuff. God, on the other hand, is like, you sure you want to do that? Well, I wouldn't recommend it, but, if that's what you want to do, then, but, I'll have to come behind you, straighten your mess out. You know that. Yeah, and I do, and he does. He comes behind me and he fixes what I mess up. So I've got to where I try to listen to him more. I do. And, well, anyway, I am so thankful he gave me a smile, no matter what. Yeah, there are times that I don't, but then it's like, smile, it makes your day feel better. Didn't give me the best looks, but actually he did, but I'm the one that ruined that. And I'm trying to fix it, but I will continue with my smile. He gave me kindness, a loving heart. I mean, my heart is just so full of love. When he says, love everybody, I do. And people say, how? How can you love everybody? You don't know them. It's very simple. If you can hate people, why can't you love them? People say, oh, I hate that person. You know, they see them on TV or something. Oh, I hate that person. How much different is it to say, hey, I love that person? You don't love the sin, but you love the person and you pray for them. And that's the thing. You pray for everybody. You pray for people. You don't just say, well, I'm going to pray for you or you and you. You say, I'm going to pray for everybody in the world. Your Father, take care of them. And yeah, they still murder. They still rape. They still steal. Yeah, that sounded funny. They're still thieves. How about that? But you can pray for them. You can pray that they have a change of heart and that they ask for forgiveness. And why can't you forgive? You know, I mean, do you know what all God has forgiven me for? And He's still with me. He didn't say, I forgive you, but I'm going to have to leave you now. He said, I forgive you. Here, let me hold you. And yeah, I raised my arms up high and he holds me. Okay, sorry, I'm getting a little emotional here, and I'm already off the track. This is not what I'd planned on talking about today. But anyway, I guess this is what he wanted me to say. So I just wanted to let y'all know that give him a chance. Give him a chance. Let him into your life. Read your Bible. If you've never, ever picked up that Bible, read it. At least a chapter. You know, there are such interesting stories in there. Interesting stories about creation and about how we came about and about love and understanding and people. People. Yeah. That is what we are as people. Not just a person. People. We need to stand together. Show some love. Smile. So, you don't know the person. You're in a grocery store. You don't know the person. If they're having trouble, say, oh, well, here, let me help you. There was a guy the other day having trouble getting a bag open, you know, one of them little plastic bags you put your vegetables and stuff in. Oh, God, I hate those things. But I learned the trick. You just rub it together. Take your fingers and rub it together, and it opens. I didn't know the guy, but I noticed he was having trouble, and everybody else just walking off. I said, hey, you know, rub your fingers together. It'll come and open. Rub your fingers together on the plastic. It'll come open. And it did. And he said, thank you. And I'm, thank you, you know, okay, bye. And just smile. You know how many people I end up talking to in the grocery store that I don't even know? And even outside walking through the parking lot. Hey, how are you? Beautiful day, isn't it? I mean, you never know what's going to come of it? And I don't know about everywhere else, but here in the South, 9 times out of 10, somebody's going to talk to you. And, you know, little Johnny might have a fever. What would you recommend? Well, oh, Sam had to go into the hospital. Okay, who's Sam? I don't know Sam, but I'll pray for him. You know, sometimes people have to talk to strangers. Sometimes people have to show love. Because sometimes you can't talk to your friends. Because the world has its own problems. Your friends have their own problems. And that's just the way it is. Love thy neighbor as thyself. And thy neighbor is not just your next door neighbor or the one across the street. Your neighbor is everybody. Yeah. Even Palestinians, Israelites. Yeah. Just pray for them. Pray for everybody. They're people too. They're human too. Well, you even pray for murderers. And that's the way God wanted it. That's what Jesus did. Do you know how many times Jesus ate with murderers, bad murderers? He ate supper with Judas. He knew he was going to betray him, but he ate supper with him anyway. And y'all, I love y'all. And Father loves you. And, just get a chance. Just wave at somebody. That's all you got to do. Just wave. Smile. Say hello. You'll be surprised how it catches on. Eventually, how it makes you feel. Show some love. Show some peace. If everybody would do that, peace would come. I love y'all. Have an amazing day. And plant that mustard seed. We need it bad. We need the world to love. This is Cindy saying bye-bye. Love y'all.